All right, the perfect workout split. Does it exist? In my opinion, it really doesn't, because the workout split, it's gonna depend how good it is on what your goals are. And your goals are ever changing. I mean, they're largely the same, right? You want to be strong at planche, but within the planche, for example, like you have like different things that you can aim for. Like you can aim for push-ups, you can aim for combos, you can aim for presses, for holds, whatever. Like you can try to become strong at one movement and do so much different shit. So naturally, like you can have lots of different goals, and for lots of different goals, there are lots of different workout splits. So if you've been watching these videos for a while, you will notice my workout split is not really consistent, right? I'm like always changing it. So for example, when I started this channel, I believe I was still on like a 4-day split where I did like, what was it? It was like upper, lower, but like one day lower was squats and the other was hamstrings or something. And then I switched to a 5-day split. And now I'm actually thinking of going just back to push-pull legs. It's always changing, but in changing the workout split, there is one thing that I do take care of, and that is that the consistency in my exercises exists. Like I want to become big, beautiful, bulbous. That's one of my goals. I want to put on some muscle, but not only that, I want to do it and become stronger as well, because just becoming like bigger and having bigger muscles is fun. But for me, the way that I really get excited about my training is to get stronger as well, to hit PRs. So I'm trying to get stronger as well. And to get stronger, I mean, you have to do the same thing over and over and over and over again. My routines are like, they're largely the same, right? There's like, okay, there's some difference every time, but the exercises are always the same. So my routines look alike as well. And it's just the repetition is going to make you strong. So I really don't mind, changing the workout program as long as my exercises are like consistent. Like my main push exercise is the planche. My main pull exercise is the front lever. My main leg exercise is the Nordic curl and the pistol squat, That doesn't change. It hasn't changed since so many years, because those are the movements I care about, So even though I've tried all this stuff of, changing up the way I train, that's just in a search of finding the most optimal way to my goals. But if my goals are changing, like one moment I want to do push-ups, and then I get stronger at the push-ups, and then I'm satisfied, and I'm going to planche press, or for the front lever, I want to train pull-ups, and then I want to train holds. I mean, if your goals change, it's only natural that your workout pattern changes as well. So I just want to say, don't worry about that. As long as you're consistent in training and training the same movements, you're good to go. Okay, so today is gonna be skills, the planche, and biceps. It's not gonna be a heavy planche day because I went heavy 3 days ago now. I'm still not fully recovered, and in my opinion, I mean, it's good to train planche even though you're not fully recovered, because it's gonna allow you to have more volume, especially on a technique-based movement like the planche is gonna get you stronger. But to go all out, that's something to do when you're fully recovered, because what's the point in going all out if you can only give 50%? That's not going all out. That's giving the 50%, but you're putting on like 100% of your effort into it. So not really a good return on investment, I would say. Anyway, I'm gonna start with some push-ups here. Last time we did 3 sets of 2. I'm gonna start with 2 reps today as well, just see how it feels, and then go from there. All right, feels a bit heavy, but we'll see in the coming sets how it evolves. Like I said, I'm not gonna go to my max today, so no rest pause, no push-up thrashing. It's not gonna be 100% clean because that's just not my thing, I think. But we're gonna try our best. The last one I didn't expect, to be honest, but it was pretty nice. All right, I'm gonna move on to some presses. Moving on to some presses now. I'm gonna do a couple of sets. I have 1 kilo on my feet. And to be honest, the planche is feeling heavy today, so I don't really need the weight. But I wanna make it feel even heavier, so next time it might feel a bit lighter, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I have 1 kilo on my feet, 2 reps is enough, couple of sets, and then move on to something else. Whew. That's fucking heavy. Like, for you guys as well, if you're stuck on a progression, one of the ways you can adjust your difficulty is to just add some weight to the current progression. You know, it's gonna feel harder at first, but you're gonna get used to the weight, and when you remove it, you're gonna feel like you're lighter, and maybe you can move on to the next progression. For example, do an advanced tuck plunge or tuck plunge with some weight, then remove the weight, go to advanced tuck plunge or go to one-legged plunge. Something like that, it can really help. All right, one more set of this. All right, that's quite okay. Okay, I know I said I wasn't gonna go hard today, but I have 2 kilos on my feet now. Hello. I'm gonna do a max hold and then remove the weights and do a hold with just bodyweight planche. And you know, you really can't blame me. I wasn't gonna go heavy, but I've been on a Pokemon kick lately. Like the Elite 14 from Pokemon Black is just, you can't beat it, you know. You listen to this, it's like you take some coke. I mean, I've never taken coke, but I imagine it's something like this. All right, let's go, 1 set, and then we move on to supinated planche or something. We'll see. All right, that was stupid fucking hard, but I'm glad I did it because you bet your ass I'm gonna try and beat it next time I do a weighted planche. 3 seconds or something I got. It's fucking weak as shit, you know, I gotta step my game up. Anyway, moving on to some supinated planche now. Gonna activate the biceps a bit more before we move on to curls. All right, planche training is over. Now on to bicep curls. Now, from a planche training perspective, this is not a good move, you know. My bicep curls are not gonna improve my planche. In fact, it might even be counterproductive because I'm putting more stress on my biceps. That's not gonna translate into planche, where I need my biceps to be healthy and stuff like that, you know. But from a muscle building perspective, it's a no-brainer, you know. You do some curls, there is no easier way to get bicep gains. So I mean, I'm a bit of both. I like muscle building. I like the planche. And in fact, on the muscle building part, last time I did the curls, I noted down a PR, 20 kilos, 10 reps. However, I was recalculating in my head this morning, and I found out it wasn't 20 kilos, it was 18. So I was thinking here like, oh, I'm curling 20 kilos, yeah, big bro. And I was fucking curling 18 kilos, so I gotta take revenge today. I mean, I was gonna do 20 kilos, 15 reps, that was my aim. But now I found out I only did 18 reps, so it's gonna be a big hurdle to curl these for 15 reps. But nonetheless, I'm gonna try, you know. There's no fucking regret in trying, you know. We can only find out if we can do it. So I'm gonna put on the Pokemon music here again. It's like another Elite Four team, right? Yeah. So it's gonna be good. And we're gonna try and get 15 juicers. Fuck! 10 reps. I mean, it's more weight than last time, so I guess it's a PR, but shit. Whew. I'm gonna lower the weight, do one more set, and see from there. Drop down to 16 kilos here. My rep PR for this is 14 reps, so if I can get 15, would be amazing. Let's see how it goes. I'm gonna rest pause, superset this with some hammer curls to target my forearms as well. All right, let's sit down and discuss. Actually, that was a lie. Before sitting down, let's do a quick pump check. My shoulders and my biceps are really fucking feeling it. Yeah, I mean, especially my biceps. All right. I can't see what you guys are seeing at the moment because the phone is turned away from me. But I'll check it out and then we can discuss. Okay, so that was a sick biceps and shoulder pump. I mean, you're training planche and then doing bicep curls. What do you expect? Of course you're gonna get a nice shoulder and bicep pump. There's no way about that. Check the gymnasts. They have fucking melons for biceps and shoulders. But anyway, for the people who kind of follow the split I'm doing, you might notice that usually after quadriceps day or pistol squats, which was yesterday, I do an arm day, and that also entails a bit of triceps, but I didn't do triceps today. Why is that? It's because, like I said in the beginning, I'm always experimenting with like new splits. And what I want to do, like try now, is today I did like push skill, planche, and biceps. And tomorrow I'm gonna do pull skill and triceps. Now, usually, like in bodybuilding world, you have like push day and triceps if you combine them, and then back and biceps, right? Back and biceps. That's like the combination. Now, what I'm doing is the opposite. Now, why is that? It's because I'm using the planche and the front lever. So for example, if I were to do pull-ups, I would train my biceps on the same day instead of the triceps. If I were to do push-ups, I would train my triceps on the same day as push. However, in planche, more than the triceps, the biceps is working, right? The biceps and the shoulder are working together. So I think it's better to do push and biceps together in that case. For the front lever as well, when you hold the front lever position, when you do like these pull skill and you like extend your arms behind, like you hold a Victorian or something, you do a front lever, the triceps is working more than the biceps, especially if you're just holding it and the bicep is not working at all. So I'm just like doing this combination based on what my main exercises are using. My main exercise planche is shoulder and biceps, so I combine it with biceps. My main exercise front lever is back and triceps, so I'm combining it with triceps. That's basically my logic behind that, and I'll see how it goes. Like I said in the beginning, I change up my programming a lot, but I make sure not to change a lot at once, if you know what I'm saying here. So I am not gonna like throw around my entire program all at once. I just go off what I'm currently doing and I make tiny adjustments, you know, because if I like all of a sudden do something completely different, you know, like for example, now I was doing this 5-day split. Let's say I was like doing full body every day from now on, like all of a sudden, and something goes to shit or something goes very well, I wouldn't know what the exact cause was of that effect. But if you change your training bit by bit, you know, your routine bit by bit, you will know, oh, I changed that one day and now I have this effect. Okay, you can relate those, you know? And not only is it gonna help your current training, but also in the future, if you want to adjust your programming, you're gonna kind of know like, oh, if I do X, Y, Z, ABC is gonna happen, you know? That's like what is it? Affecting causation and effect. I'm not a scientist, but something like that. You know what I'm saying, right? So that's exactly what I'm doing today as well. That's what I'll be doing tomorrow, where I have my kind of pull day combined with triceps, and I'll just see how it affects my recovery, how it affects my gains most of all. But in the big picture, I'm not training a lot of my training, you know, changing a lot of my training. I have still the same exercises. I have largely the same training days. I am still training every day. I'm still running every day. The only thing that's kind of changing is my arm day is now split up into 2 skill plus arm days, if you catch the drift there. So that's what I'm trying. And I would invite you to search for yourself, you know, experiment with your own training as well. It's important. You never know everything about training. You can always get stronger. You can always find better methods. And like searching those methods is fun, you know, that's what makes the training spicy. If you do the same shit over and over and over again, even if you were to progress, I mean, at some point I think it's gonna get boring. But if you have like these little things that you can try out and you don't know like, oh shit, what's gonna happen, you know, it's exciting. And you get to try new things. So I would just say, if you're like debating on whether or not you should try something, just make a tiny adjustment. It's gonna be fine. So anyway, tomorrow, like I said, is gonna be the skill and tricep days. So gonna be very fun actually, because we have then like more time for Victorian and like the impossible dip again as well. So I'm really looking forward to it. And then it's just like the rest is just recovery, you know. Train hard, recover harder. That's what I'm always saying. So see you tomorrow.